What's up, world? Welcome to Tag. It's me, your host, Mark A. Sanchez, coming at you from the back of my wife's van. Woo! And why am I in the back of the van making a video? All right, well, let me just say welcome to everyone tuning in for the very first time. This is Tag, where I share my life and pass it on to you so you don't have to deal with everything I dealt with, the way I dealt things, and you can have a better life. For those of you who have been around a minute, I apologize for me being lazy and not posting anything. I do have an excuse, which is just an excuse, a reason for not doing something, for being lazy. But that's my main thing, is I've been busy and I've had thoughts in my head as to what I should make a video on. What should I share? I've been running things through my kids, through my wife. Should I share about this? Should I share about that? And today it hit me. Quit waiting. Quit waiting. Man, I've been waiting for the perfect thing to share with you guys, the perfect time to do it. And I try to, even today before I started this video, I try to find the perfect spot to drop the video. And I ended up being in the back of the van because there was too much noise going on outside. There's this busy road over here by where we live where cars are constantly driving by. There's one. And there's another one. And then there's some tracks not too far. There's train tracks not too far away from here. And the train goes by constantly, so it was like super noisy. So I just jumped in the van and said, I'm going to do it right here. Too much of our life is wasted on waiting for the perfect time. And there's another thing that ties in with that, with waiting, is we're waiting for someone to come along and say, hey, I believe in you. You should do that thing you're good at. If you're good at something, do it. If you feel like, hey, I should launch out and do this, do it. You know, a while back I started running, but I didn't wait for someone to come along and say, hey, Mark, you should start running. Hey, let's go run. No, I just started doing it. The moment to do something is now. The moment to start something is now. Quit wasting time. We only got so much time in our lives, and looking back at my life, I wasted a lot. I should have done a lot of things when I was a younger kid. I should have done some things, joined some groups, hooked up with some people, but I waited. I said, if it's the right time, it'll happen. If you don't do anything, the right time never comes. The right time comes when you do something. You know, the right opportunity is when you start doing something. Then things start happening. I always tell my kids, it's easier to move something. Like, let's say a car. Anybody ever pushed a car? I've pushed a lot of cars in my times. When you start pushing the car, it's hard to push if it's sitting still. But once it gets rolling, that thing's like gravy. It's smooth like butter, man. You just flow with it. It goes. So that's the same thing with us. If we want something to happen in our lives, we can't sit around and wait for someone to come along, pat us in the back, give us an applause, say, hoorah, go for it. We need to start doing it ourselves. We need to start believing in ourselves. You need to start believing in yourself before anybody else will ever believe in you. If you keep waiting for people to believe in you, you're going to look back on your life and be like Uncle Rico and Napoleon Dynamite, waiting for the opportunity, thinking if Coach would have put me in. You'd be looking back at your life thinking, man, if I would have just done that. When I was 10 years younger, if I would have done it, I could have. Yeah, we could have a lot of stuff. I could have a lot of stuff. But now I can't look back on yesterday and say, oh, man, if yesterday I would have done that. You know what? Because today is the moment. If I'm going to start something, it's going to be today. If you're going to start something, today is the day, and now is the moment. And for those of you waiting for someone to come along and say, hey, you should do that, I'm here right now telling you, you should do that. Wherever you're watching this video, you should do that thing. If you feel like I should start this business doing this, start it. The worst can happen is you throw your hands, start something else. But do it. If you're good at something, do it. Just do it. Quit waiting for that moment or for someone to come along and say that, because I've just told you and I've explained it to you. Today, as you watch this, know that it's your time, your moment to do your thing. Start doing it. I believe in you, and I'm waiting to hear from you with the things you're doing. If you guys got any questions or comments, leave me a message on Facebook. If you watch it on YouTube, hit the thumbs up for sure. Leave a message there. Send me a message on email, tagyourit2@gmail.com, tagyur@gmail.com. Also, another thing, I've been looking for a video editing thing. I got this iPhone, not really good video editing thing, so that's another excuse as to why I haven't. So I just did it straight up. They don't have the big intro, the music like it used to, but I did something. I'm doing it, and I apologize, and I'm going to stay on it, and I'm going to keep dropping stuff, so I expect to hear from you guys, all right? As we head out, remember, tag, you're it.